it's hard when you take one goal and after we come back with good energy, we take another one. And after 30 minutes, we play with 10 men against this team. They stay comfortable in the game, and we try to do our best. So, but then when they score the third game, they close the game.
We have a really, really good side, really won, and I know how difficult it is to come here to win after that situation, especially Champions League. But we start well, scoring a goal. Yeah, apparently after second and the red card, I was controlling when it was less control in our game. We could not take the balls. They were incredibly aggressive.
They had a good spell, didn't they? They seemed to play better with 10, yeah, certainly definitely. For a while in the second half.
Definitely. They were close to 1-2 to 3-0.
It's always nice, to get an early goal. I think that must be my quickest I've ever scored in my career. So, once you've got the goal, your confidence is much higher, and I think I needed that, So, yeah, like I said, it's a good day.
Yeah, positive one. It's your favourite subject, obviously, Jack Grealish. You've been waiting for something, I mean, I think he sometimes puts himself down a little bit too much. I don't know whether he needs a bit more belief in himself, but he can play that.
He's just very honest in the way he plays. He knows he could have done a lot better up to now because he's a quality player. But I did think today he was really good. This is the Jack Grealish we know and love. And it started off very well. He gets his goal. You see his position wide there. But I always tell him, why don't you get into the box more? Stop waiting for other people. You know the ball's going to come in there. Kevin De Bruyne is going to put them right on the plate for him. And I just thought his whole game was very good today. You could see he was growing in confidence with his tricks and flicks that he's doing. He looks for a 1-2 here with Haaland. And when you come for that sort of fee, you're always coming with pressure. Everyone expects you to, be the star man. But unfortunately, he's in a team where they're all stars. But he affected the game, whether it was on the ball, off the ball. You see him there creating space. This was a red card. It's just, I don't think there's any complaints there with Collins going in there. You just see he catches him on his thigh there. But he was a menace all afternoon. And I liked his game today because he was getting the ball deeper. And instead of hanging out on the left wing where he goes either way and then comes back and passes back, today he had a little bit more spark about him, a little bit more confidence, a little bit more central where he could affect it. In this system with Pep, everyone thinks you've got to stay within your roles. But you don't. You can move around a little bit. And I think today he found his best form when he was just playing a little bit more freely.
It's good that he's finally listening to you then, Micah.
Well, I know, yeah. People do listen to me from time to time, Gary.
Yeah, of course. Pep said he was quite praiseworthy of Wolves, particularly with 10 men. He said that, and he had a point. But they are struggling to score, aren't they?
Yeah, you know what it is? It's just that final third. Like a few teams just struggling that final third. But the quality they have in the squad. The footballers they have in the squad, they play some really good stuff. In and around the central third of the pitch, they'll always get themselves into good positions. Now, they get in this position, there's nobody in the box. Nobody's actually really working hard to get into them goal-scoring positions. They want to play a pass to somebody, nothing's on. They have to take the option on their own, and that happened 4 or 5 times today. You've got the 2 midfield players there. Work hard, get into the box. Help your forwards out. Again, the shot was on the angle and nothing came of it at all. There was a couple of times when Podence got on it here. He's thinking, can you get past your full-back just to help me out a little bit? Really work hard again. And this is the story of the day for Wolves. They've got lots of lovely little footballers. They can get themselves into really good areas. They actually broke City's press 4 or 5 times through some really good, patient football. A better ball in behind Stones, and they're in again. And this is what City had to deal with. City had to work hard to get this result. But in the end, if you don't find the right pass at the right time, and when you do, they don't convert it. They've got really, really bad stats in front of goal. And that's what, and unfortunately, if you don't pick the right pass at the right time like they don't do again, it gets blocked at the near post, cardinal sin, make sure you miss the first man. And this is Wolves in a nutshell. Really good team to watch, play some lovely football, but these stats don't lie. look, worst shots on target, goals, and when they do get a chance to convert, they miss the target.
No.
They need Costa back ASAP. You know, he's a vocal point for this team. You see, like the beat Man City's press, they broke the lines, and then it's just that final cutthroat up front. That's what they need. Get him fit and firing, and then they'll be okay.
Okay.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
I did, yeah. You know, it was a long time coming, actually. Obviously, I haven't scored since, I don't know when it was, the West Ham game at the back end of last season. So, you know, it was just nice to get off the mark for this season and to do it so early and obviously get the 3 points. You know, a difficult place to come against a top team as well. You know, I think they are so underrated, this Wolves team, and they're showing it at points in the second half, so it's a great result for us.
There's been a lot of questions around you this week. Do you think you've answered them today?
Yeah, no, I think I'm rightly so. You know, I should be scoring more, I should be getting more assists. But yeah, you know, the only thing I can do is obviously score and get assists. You know, obviously I'm always going to have people talking about me, you know, with the amount I got bought for. But I think if you look at my whole career, I probably haven't scored as much as certain people, you know. Even when I was at Aston Villa, I think I only scored 14 or 15 goals over the 2 seasons in the Premier League. But yeah, you know, it's something that I do want to add to my game, and you know, playing with this team and in front of these fans, hopefully I can.
Only took 55 seconds. It was a dream start.
Was that what it was? Yeah. Yeah, no, it was perfect. And you know, I'm always having a laugh with Kev, saying to him, you know, about assisting me. I says, come on, you're meant to be the best assister in the world. So, you know, luckily he come up to me today and he says, there we go. So finally, yeah.
And also, when you are being criticised and people are asking questions, it must give you a great boost when you see Pep Guardiola coming out in your defence.
Yeah, no, obviously it's nice, you know. You know, he's been brilliant with me, and you know what? I actually probably have to thank him because, you know, he gave me the opportunity today after my performance on Wednesday. It weren't the best at all, so thankful for him, and hopefully I repaid him.
Well done, Jack. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. All the best.
See ya. Pep, excellent win. What did you make of the performance?
Well, the game started really well for us, for this goal, for the second after red card, and after Champions League 12:30 come here against this team with the quality they have with Neves, Moutinho, Neto, Guedes, Podense, so they have the quality to keep the ball. The transition are so fast. So yeah, it was an incredible victory. The first 50-20 minutes, and the second half until we didn't score the third goal from Phil, we struggled a lot. We cannot take the ball, and big compliment for the Wolves for fight until the end. But of course, for us, it's before the international break and being on top, and it was so important.
You talked about Jack Grealish earlier, and you gave a ringing endorsement of the player. You said it would just be a question of time before he started to come on. It took 55 seconds for you to be right.
Yeah.
He had a good game.
Yeah, he played really good and strong, and he make a good goal arriving there. And he's a guy who doesn't lose the balls, and yeah, it was a good performance for him. So hopefully he can continue in the national team and come back fit.
And you were talking about Kevin De Bruyne, Phil Foden, getting around him, giving him help. Did you see that today?
Yes, he got to arrive, and yeah. So in moments we were good, and other ones we struggled a little bit, but I give credit for the opponent, not because we were wrong.
Everyone disappearing now on international duty, just keep your fingers crossed, is that right?
Yeah, the manager disappeared too, not just the players. Yeah, finger crossed, come back fit. Of course, national league is important for them, for the convince the managers for the World Cup selection, so I understand how important it is for all of them. But yeah, hopefully they come back good and start ready for the derby.
Thanks, Pep. See you soon.
You're very welcome.